just in behind the two strikers, Lee Miller and Colin Samuel. And there's Jim Duffy's selection. These two in central defence are always impressive, Lee Wilkie and Zurab Kiznashvili. Barry Smith and Georgi Nimzadze, the playmaker in midfield, and those three up front, always a threat: Novo, Caballero and Lovell. The great and the good of the area were all there for the big match yesterday afternoon. Our commentator, Rob McLean.
Samuel's cross, Miller, and the shot deflected wide of target. So an early scare as Kiznishvili lost his footing, and that set up Miller for the chance. Craig McPherson with the pass, and back from John Henry to Jamie McQuilkin. Given away by John Hughes. Not often he makes a mistake like that. Akshanovo, Georgi Nimzadze, Steve Lovell. He's missed a glorious opportunity to give Dundee the lead. 12.5 minutes gone, and chances don't come much better than this. Hughes slipped, Lovell was through. He tugged the shot wide of targets. Alan Ferguson thought here he didn't have a hope. Lovell missed it. Hernandez for Caballero. Controls the bouncing ball and lofts a lovely pass through for Nacho Novo. Now it's Gavin Ray powering in from midfield. Mark Kerr's header away to safety with Falkirk again under pressure. It all started from the hold-up work of Caballero, the expertly flighted through ball, and then sprinting in Gavin Ray, and Kerr to the rescue for Falkirk. Here's the corner kick. Nacho Novo again onto it. Nimzadze as the beating of McQuilkin. Brilliant from Nimzadze. Lovell shot blocked. Forced away by McQuilkin. Still in Dundee possession. Kiznishvili holds off Henry's challenge. Couldn't get the final ball right. But Dundee piling on a lot of pressure with some lovely skill from the Georgian international skipper. In from Nimzadze. Dave Mackay tried to get his head to it. Now it's Mackay, shot blocked. John Henry releases Owen Coyle, he's away from Wilkie. Now Colin Samuel. Samuel again, good effort. And good hands from Speroni, solidly behind it. Samuel, who had such an impact in the cup tie here against Hearts. Colin Samuel gets the better of Mackay. Wilkie, though, on the end of his cross. Nimzadze's boot was too high. Falkirk have a free kick. In from Jamie McQuilkin. Belted away by Kiznishvili. Danger not over. Owen Coyle scores for Falkirk. Is it going to be another cup upset for the home team in the last cup tie at Brockville? 12 minutes into the second half, and the co-manager has done it. There's life in those 36-year-old legs yet, you know. Lee Miller cut it back, no one picked up Owen Coyle, and that's a mistake. He's been scoring goals for a long time, and this is 19th of the season. It's Falkirk 1, Dundee 0. Hefty old challenge from Wilkie and Miller. No free kick, no. Good play, and that slipped under the boot of Mackenzie, who then recovered. Caballero, Nemzadze. Not too difficult to save for Alan Ferguson at the end of it all, as Dundee put on some pressure. But Nemzadze was slipping as he struck the shot. Caballero with the reverse pass for Novo. Here's a chance for Lovell, surely. Saved by Ferguson. Another opportunity for Lovell. Fernandez. That's well won by Kerr. Colin Samuel kept that in. Here's Lee Miller. He was always stretching to get on the end of it. McQuilkin. Nichols. McPherson on his left foot. The sting taken out of it. And Coyle lets it go for the corner. Falkirk looked to strike again. Craig McPherson's delivery. It was Caballero who worked the opening. Novo involved as well, but the ball got caught under the feet of Lovell and the chance was gone. Two chances for Steve Lovell, and he hasn't been able to tuck one away. McPherson. Fernandez forces the throw. Caballero for Nacho Novo. Can he put the ball in? Good save, Alan Ferguson. But he can't stop Novo at the second attempt. Nacho Novo, 1-1. 21 minutes played in the second half. Dundee back on terms. And Jim Duffy's hopes of a place in the Cup semi-finals come alive again. Nacho Novo's 9th goal of the season, set up by Caballero. He held off McQuilkin. It was good goalkeeping from Ferguson, but he could do little when the ball broke back to Novo. It's all square at Brockville.
And that's how it finished. Long wait for the replay, incidentally. 2 weeks on Wednesday, the 9th of April. Let's get the reaction of the two managers to yesterday. I thought the second half was a really good cup tie, and do you feel a little disappointed not to have held on to the lead?
Yeah, disappointed not to have held on to the lead. I think over the piece a draw was a fair result. I felt second half both teams passed the ball a lot better, you know, which we're more than capable of. I think both sides are very attack-minded with good forward players, and I felt second half was a more fluent game. First half was a bit stop-start. But I felt over the piece it was a typical cup tie. It was the last cup tie at Brockville, so we want to get out on a winning note. But instead, that we're still in the semi-final draw.
And you certainly, presumably, don't feel that you've lost your chance, that you can still go and win it at Dens.
Yeah, I think obviously Dundee are the favourites, as they were yesterday, and they'll feel, going back to there at Dens Park, the strong favourites. But we know we've got players that can cause them problems, and we'll go there with confidence and give everything we've got. Yeah.
Jim, how did you feel about yesterday? Disappointed in the first half, not perhaps to have gone in at half-time ahead, because I thought you had the better of that first half.
Yeah, I think over the piece, I think we had the better chances, the clear-cut chances. But I like a little bit on him, not just agreeing with him because he's sitting here. I thought the game was pretty evenly matched in a lot of the areas, but I think in chances created we had the better chances, so we're a little bit disappointed not getting the lead at half time. But strange enough, I thought we were in control of the game in the second half, and then we went a goal down from the free kick. So I was a little bit worried at that time, because if you get to that stage in a cup competition, then it gives all the incentive to Falkirk to fight and bite and scratch that a little bit harder. But fortunately we managed to get ourselves back in it, and as we say, we're not too disappointed at the end of the match to finish in level terms. Yeah.
Was Stevie Lovell's head a little bit down in the dressing room afterwards? He had a couple of decent chances, one in the first half particularly, which you'd expect to put away normally, I would think.
Yeah, well, Stevie's done exceptionally well for us, and he's got tremendous acceleration and great pace. The whole build-up to this goal was magnificent. His first touch is excellent, but I think he chose the wrong side. I think you know, you see him running through there. It's not on his strongest side, but as the ball goes to Jordan and Mzaji, you see him, he's through. I think if the goal opens up towards the goalkeeper's right hand there, he's just bend it in that side. But you know, we're not going to overly criticise him because he still, I think, scored 10 goals for us, and I think something like about 18 or 19 games. So I think he's done exceptionally well, and and if he scores in the replay, then we'll be more than happy. You can forgive him that miss then.
Yeah. The goal came, of course, from yourself. What was it, 260 odd in your career now? And
I think it's round about there without knowing the exact figure. Yeah, I think you know, as Jim said, they were dominating the game at that time, and you know, we got a free kick. I think some people thought it was dubious, but as I say, and when I seen Lee getting the ball, I was actually going again for the header, but I thought, big Wilkie's in there, what's the chance of me winning the header against him? Fortunately, it's came in you know, my strong right foot, and I managed to guide it into the corner. But you know, and at that point, having got in front, you know, I felt we defended quite well all day. Although Dundee, you know, have got very good attacking players, and you know, I felt like that we were in a strong position as it happened. You know, they came strongly back into the game and scored a good goal.
And Dundee coming back in here, Jim, and this one just never quite sat up properly, did it?
Yeah, again, it was great link-up play, Fabian Caballero and Nacho Novo. Two great balls there, but I think Stevie's in a little bit early. I think he's just got to delay it a little bit more. He maybe thought that Nacho was going to fire it across the goal. He's actually picked him out, but to me here, this is an absolutely magnificent ball. He's stuck under his foot, he's passed the ball 45 yards, inch perfect, and Nacho's tenacity, you know, manages to bundle the ball through the first challenge. But you see it here, fantastic ball here, right over the top. And he said he gets a little break here when it hits him in the face, but you know, I don't care how he goes in the cup game, he just won it again, and I was delighted for Nacho, I said, because he works very, very hard. But it's all down to the quality of Caballero's pass there, I think, that opened up the defence.
Yeah, it sounds, I think, probably as neither Oni nor Jim are terribly upset with the result yesterday, Gordon, and that's probably right, because you were there, and the 1-1 seemed pretty fair, didn't it?
It was fair to an extent, but I felt on watching it in the day that I thought in the second half that if anybody was going to go and win it, it would be Dundee. Even a goal down, you just didn't think Dundee were out of it, and I think Falkirk played well to an extent, but I thought that, you know, Dundee looked more dangerous and were certainly testing the Falkirk defence a bit more than the other way about. But in general, you know, I think both teams would be reasonably happy with that, and they've got a replay to come, and we might have a good game. As I say, it didn't live up to expectations in the first half, but the second half was excellent. If we get anything like that in the replay, it'll be a really good game. Yeah,
the pitch wasn't as good as you would hope, maybe, Owen, and it was a bit bumpy, wasn't it? And that didn't help either team, really.
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head, and that's what happened, you know, particularly in the first half. And it was quite fiery, and I think both sides are renowned for getting the ball down and want to pass it in the ground. And first half, for whatever reason, we just seemed not to do it. Second half was a lot better. Although ourselves, we were expecting big things from Colin Samuel, as was everybody. But I think people maybe they don't realise he's now played, you know, consistently for 16 months without having any sort of a break. Yeah. And I think the boy obviously physically, you know, fatigued and mentally as well. So he's away now, actually, home to play for Trinidad in 3 games in a week. So, but maybe the sunshine will do him the world of good, you know. And you know, I think Colin was a bit under par yesterday, and he's a massive player for us with the pace he's got, and he really wasn't able to bring that to the match, and that didn't help us either.
Well, we're looking forward to the replay, that's for sure.